Hello, and welcome to the podcast series, The Red Wave. RJ Mukta Lanchandani will be our guest on today's show. A veteran in media with an experience of more than 18 years as an RJ with FM Gold. Ma'am, do you believe as an RJ that the media is openly discussing periods on a public level?
Well, I must say, as an RJ, people are not discussing much about periods on a public level, but surely uh, whisper pads and some other kind of sanitary pads are being definitely discussed, not by the tag name as a periods or menstrual or monthly or down, whatever names we have been given about this. But surely it is discussed one on one in people, in females at any age, at any level, as whatever repercussions are less flow or high flow, whatever they are, whatever issues they are facing.
Both forms of communication, including television, radio, and other forms of media as well, are taking appropriate steps to raise awareness and normalize talking about periods for people of all genders.
As I just said, that all the kind of television, radio communication are definitely talking and trying to raise awareness among all people and all genders. For instance, we have this Batman movie wherein Akshay is just a normal village guy and trying to promote and develop some kind of a security and sanitize sanitary pads and taking across globally and talking about it and talking about uh, the problems that women face during those time, and it happens every month. So the females being a fertility who creates generation definitely been given respect, and at the same time they should be given some kind of sweetness and love and affection and rest at that particular time of 3 to 4 days or 5 days whenever it happens. So it's everybody, yes, everybody is talking about it.
There are a lot of myths attached to menstruation. When you're on your period, for example, you cannot go into a kitchen or any form of physical activity can disturb your menstrual flow. Do you think the media is doing enough to educate people so that they don't believe in such myths or misconceptions?
As to I, my belief is there are a lot of myths. I perceive that, as you just said, that yet women should not go or can't go into the kitchen. That's what our ancestors have brought in, because these 3 to 4 days or 5 days, women definitely need a complete rest, because there are bloating, there are uneasiness which occurs in our body, there are hormonal imbalance, there are swings of mood swings, sorry, which happens during those particular time, and definitely they require rest. But at the same time, when you are a working woman and you are a feeding mother or you are a sister, unless you have ample of responsibilities handling at that particular time, you don't go all the way that you are going to rest. You cannot rest. There's always, I believe there's always a disturbed sleep, which I as a female have encountered. And I believe that media is definitely not trying to educate people the way it should be in all terms of myths and misconceptions. Myths are, yes, women cannot perform as a man. That's wrong. That's one of the myths. And misconception is that they don't have much of energy. Yes, it depends upon one on one woman, female, across. If she is not much occupied, or if she is happy enough, eating good enough, healthy diet, then definitely her energy is full enough for all this. One more thing is there, she should be always hydrated, and what I always have incurred as an experience over the period of time. So these things should be talked in media, should be educated among people, women especially, and every home should definitely talk about it. And wherein, if you are a male, if you are a boy, then also it should be educated, because they should also be educated, because a woman needs protection, a security, warmth, as a brother, as a parent, as a sister. wherever, whatever position that as a male put in themselves. But yes, they should also be aware of such kind of ups and downs in every woman life.
Is the public domain media creating an environment where talking about menstruation with people of all genders is completely normal?
To my knowledge, no. Public domain media is not at all creating any environment, any base, so that people could talk about it openly, and in all genders normally. But yes, the women's definitely try to put it across in women forums or in one on one or the one they trust too. Definitely they talk about it. Even I must say that it is just a process which comes over abruptly. So the need of sanitary pad is not accessible or available with a woman around at that particular time. So the first help is another woman of the age, same age, less or older, younger or older. So the lady, the woman definitely reaches out for the help as a sanitary napkin from the next woman, whether it's a stranger, whether it's known, wherever, wherever it is. That comfortably has definitely come over the period of time.
Ma'am, my last question for you. What are your thoughts or suggestions? How can we make the world a better place for everyone?
Well, I believe that women are being educated at the age of about 13 or 12. But when comes to my suggestions as a media person, as an RJ, what I still believe that women should be educated much prior to this age, because about 9 or 10 in the school itself, or from their mothers in the home or sisters in the home, or whoever is well versed with it, they should be giving imparting well this education prior to they come into that. Because what to my knowledge is women are getting puberty age much earlier nowadays as this generation is coming over, just maybe because they are having much of chilies or some Chinese food that they're having. But at the same time, yes, this generation is getting their puberty age much earlier, maybe hormonal or maybe generation gap or whatever. The new changes are coming at this point of time. And yes, there should be a platform where women can write or talk or discuss, because changes do occur throughout the life of a woman. Because see, when we are talking about menstruation, yes, if it doesn't come, if it come late, if it they come prior, or if they come less, or if they become the duration of the days become more, women are still not aware of these particular small things. They have to reach out to one or specialist gynae until they definitely face the problem at a much higher level. For example, there's a woman who is getting this menstrual for about 3 to 4 days. One fine month, she gets it for a day, and she doesn't know whom to reach and how to reach. And this kind of thing, she is gaining weight. She's having problem with her body. She's eating much more, and her hormonals, their facial hairs have come grown, their body has grown much hairs. So these kind of plus and minus, pros and cons of having menstruation on time and not having menstruation of time on time. So women are definitely still not aware until you go to those problems at a particular age. So, to my extent, yes, definitely, it should be talked about it. It should be discussed. There should be a time frame. There should be some professionals. There should be somebody whom they should reach out and ask and get the answer at the same time.
Thank you so much to all those who tuned in. See you next time.